Okay, today we are going to start our discussion about MA2, which is Management Information. MA2 is basically one of the papers of ACCA Foundation, which contains seven papers. There are three management accounting or management related papers. First one is MA1. Most of the students, or almost all of the students, when they complete their MA1, then they start studying of MA2. And after that, the third management accounting paper is MA, or it is also called F2. So we are basically right now talking about the MA2. This MA2 exams or all three papers are focusing on management accounting. So these we are following BPP study tax. So BPP study tax says that the whole syllabus is divided into 22 chapters, and we will discuss that which one of the chapters having some information or knowledge brought forward from MA1 and which one are the new chapters. So starting from the first one, management information. Management information is the one which discusses about the data, it discusses about information, characteristics of data, responsibility accounting, difference between financial accounting, management accounting, and cost accounting, responsibility centers, what is the cost unit, what is cost per unit. So all these things are part of this management information. It also includes types of information, sources of information. So this is what which deals with the management information. This chapter is relevant with the role of information technology. This chapter was not part of the management accounting or MA1. It is part of MA2. Next one, cost classification and cost behavior. These two chapters are basically providing us strong basics about the cost accounting. It tells us about which one of the costs are variable cost, which one are fixed cost, which one are semi-variable cost. It also tells us that which one of the costs are step fixed cost, then how to divide this semi-variable cost into two components. One is called variable cost per unit, and the other one is called fixed cost per period. And this is called what? This is called cost classification and cost behavior. We will also discuss different graphs related to costs. Then we have information for comparison. Information for comparison basically focuses on what? Information for comparison focuses on information for comparison focuses on variances. So it focuses on variances where we are comparing our performance with the budgets or flex budget. Comparison means we are comparing the difference between the flex budget and actual results. Then reporting management information. Reporting management information is focusing on the types of reports which we use to present our performance to the public or to the concerns. So this chapter focuses on management information. Next one is cost recording. Cost recording contains all three important chapters. Material includes prior knowledge, which we studied. What is FIFO? What is FCO? Then we have purchasing cycle. It also contains new topics, which is called economic order quantity with the bulk discount, apart from economic order quantity, it has maximum inventory level, minimum inventory level. So these are the topics which are part of this material. It is important for the exams, especially all the new topics, EOQ with bulk discount, maximum inventory level, minimum inventory level. These are the important topics. Then we have labor. Labor includes what? Labor includes the types of labor, direct labor, indirect labor. Then we have types of wages. Then we have different remuneration methods. Then we have like our overtime. What is overtime? Then we have idle time, labor turnover ratios. So these are the concepts of the labor. Then this chapter is expenses. Expenses focuses on which one of the expenses are fixed overheads, which one are indirect costs. It will discuss depreciation, straight line depreciation, reducing balance depreciation, and hourly rate depreciation. Then it also discusses that in which one of the methods, either in straight line basis, we have higher depreciation in early years, or we have in reducing balance. Similarly, we will determine that which one of the depreciation will be the lower depreciation, either in under straight line method or reducing balance method. So labor is also important. Then we have expenses, after expenses, we have costing techniques. Costing techniques, now these three are important areas. And next, costing techniques are also very important, starting from overheads and absorption costing. Overhead and absorption costing focuses on indirect cost and fixed cost, where we use the concept of allocation. Allocation means information about cost which is given in the question. Then we have apportionment. Apportionment means we are dividing cost. And then we have absorption. So this is called what? This is called overheads and absorption overheads. And in absorption, we have under or over absorb. Next one is marginal costing and absorption costing. What is this marginal costing and absorption costing? These are basically two costing systems which we use to do what? Which we use to calculate profit, or which we use to determine profit at the end of accounting period. Then cost bookkeeping deals with different types of transactions like work in progress, material work in progress, labor cost, then direct material cost, then we have like indirect material cost. So it is relevant, it includes journal entries. Next one is job batch and service costing. Job batch and service costing are not very detailed topic, and you can expect three questions from all these three topics. Next one is process costing. It is one of the important topics. So process costing focuses on what? Process costing focuses on normal loss. It has abnormal loss, abnormal gain. It also focuses on joint products. It focuses on byproducts. So this is what process costing. Now, out of these 14 chapters, we have all the importance for the exams, but not equally. For example, in my viewpoint, there will be 2 marks question, or max 2 to 4 marks question will come from this chapter. Similarly, we can expect the same 1 MCQ from 1 to 2 from here, maybe 2 to 3 MCQs from here. Once again, I think there could be only 1 MCQ. Once again, 2 to 3 MCQs can come from here, 2 to 3 from labor. Similarly, maybe 2 MCQs maximum from expenses. Then from this topic, overheads, I think maximum 4 marks. Absorption marginal can contain 4 to 6 marks. Good bookkeeping, maybe it will contain 1 MCQ. Here, as I told you, that there could be 3 MCQs like 6 marks. From the process costing, in my opinion, there could be like 3 MCQs like 6 marks. And after that, we have very important areas: CVP analysis, short-term decisions, and investment appraisal. CVP analysis, short-term decision, and investment appraisal are completely new areas. You did not study about these three areas in MA1. Although you studied about management information in MA1, then cost classification and cost behavior, then a certain or half of the knowledge or chapter about material. Labor more or less is same. There was no expenses in the MA1. Overheads you have learned up till under or over absorb in overheads. There was certain introduction of absorption and marginal costing, but here we have in detail. Job batch. Job batch concept is same. Process costing was relevant with normal, abnormal loss and abnormal gain. But in MA1, there was a section of work in progress. But here we don't have any work in progress. Now we are talking about next 3 chapters: cost, volume, profit analysis, short-term decisions, and capital investment. In my opinion, examiner can ask 6 to 10 marks from each one of the chapters. So you can expect minimum 18 or maximum 30 marks in the actual exams from these three chapters, or we can say that in between 20 to 30. Then we have cash management, cash and cash flows, cash and treasury management, forecasting cash flows, investing surplus fund, raising finance from a bank, cash and cash flows. Cash and cash flows deals with cash. These are very important chapters from the exam point. Cash and cash flows, cash and treasury management, forecasting cash flows, investing surplus funds, and raising finance. Suppose if examiner asks at least two questions from each one of the chapters, so you can determine that there could be 20 marks from these five chapters. And focus of these five chapters is what? Their focus is basically cash flow, where to invest this cash flow, and it is dealing with the sources of finance. So these are also tricky chapters because here we will determine cash budget or associated budgets. So these five chapters are also tricky chapters. So in total, I can say you that you can expect like at least 40 marks in your actual exams from last these seven chapters. So, what can we say? This is the heart of the MA2 syllabus. And from these three sections, you can expect maximum 60 marks in the exam. But don't think so that examiner will neither test a question from any one of the chapters or neither test any one of the chapter. Examiner will ask question from each one of the chapters. And as I told you in the start, that in my opinion, this chapter subject is much difficult in comparison with the next one, management accounting. Why? First, it has almost 22 chapters, and MA1 contains almost 11 to 12 chapters. So now you have suddenly double chapters in comparison with the MA1. Second one, it includes some technical calculations which are relevant with from 15 to 22. But this chapter, absorption marginal, is very important. Process costing is important. These new areas are important. Similarly, this information for comparison is not much tricky, but still an important chapter. So all the new chapters are very much important for from the exam viewpoint. So this is the introduction of MA2. As I told you that it is important chapter. Now, I don't know that when you guys started your preparation, but today is 16th of January when we have orientation, and we will try to complete these within 2 months or 2.5 months time, latest by 30th of March by 2025. Revision of the topics along with the MCQs. We already have BPP videos on your course page of each one of the chapters and at the bottom. So I will go with you and we will do Kaplan exam kit in our classes so that you will be able to attempt or you will be able to understand both the exam kits, Kaplan and BPP, both. So our focus is will be Kaplan, and we will follow the sequence in which our lectures are provided. Our lectures are prepared as per BPP sequence. So we will continue with this sequence and we will try to do at least two chapters in each one of the session where we have small chapters. But where we have lengthy chapters or difficult chapters, then we will do one chapter in one of the class so that you will be able to understand those MCQs and you must have sufficient time to revise those MCQs. Very much necessary is to do what? Keep yourself regular in the live classes. And apart from this, you should do your preparation on regular basis and make sure that you will be able to complete your studies along with me. And probably if you are you started your session just at the start of January or by the end of December, or even by mid of December, you must appear in your exams in April. So plan your exams in April so that you pass your paper timely just after completion of our classes, and then start your next subjects, and make sure that you will be good in management accounting, because there will be repetition of number of topics like management information, like these chapters and a few chapters from the next sections. So make sure that you will be able to secure good score. Ideally, you should score 80 plus marks here in management accounting or MA2, so that you will be able to get good marks in MA management accounting or F2. And rather putting 3 months in this paper, you should be able to attempt or this paper within 2 months time. So if your MA2 will be strong, it means you are giving or putting efforts for your next paper, which you will be able to pass comparatively in lesser time. Right, everyone? Any question?